The corner, the corner, the corner.
Hey, welcome. Come on into Cousin Ed's Corner. This podcast is where you'll find real, authentic conversation, organic conversation, unscripted, unfiltered conversation, like you're home with your cousin. It's all about life. It's about finance. It's about spirituality. It's about love and everything in between. I'm your host, Cousin Ed. I'm excited to bring you along on this journey. So sit back and listen in as we dive into a wide range of topics. I have some diverse guests coming on with an array of thoughts and opinions. My goal is to create a space all for us to connect and communicate. It's not really about me. It's about the community as a whole. Let's enjoy it. Let's sit back. Let's think about our past. Let's move into our future. It's about
The corner, the corner, the corner. So no matter how you cut it or slice it, we're all here together. I'm just here to give you a piece of my heart, my mind, my soul, and my mentals. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Cousin Ed's Corner. The corner, the corner, the corner. What's going on, friends? What's going on, family? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. We are back. We are back. We are back. It's your boy, Cousin Ed. Hey, it's Friday. Some of y'all like to say TGIF. Over here, we like to say thank God for everything. We thank Him for the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it's not just thanking God for Friday. We thank God for every second He's given us, every minute He's given us, every hour He's given us, every day that He's given us, every month that He's given us. We thank God for everything. It's just so many years that He's given us. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This show will not be long. I promise you. I try. I come into it. I just want to give you my heart, and It goes organically, but I promise it won't be that long this morning. How you doing? Listen, while you're thinking about that, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button. Stop what you're doing right now. Look at your screen. Hit that. If you're on a Android, follow it on Google, whatever app you use for podcasting. If you're on iPhone, some of y'all, whoever. The minimum number of people. I'm Team Android, okay? But all of y'all iPhone people, go ahead over to Apple Podcasts. You can find this show. You can subscribe there also. So hopefully you listen to it there. Outside of that, make sure you share the show with your friends, family, and loved ones. So you can go ahead and hit the share button right now. You know the show is going to be great. This episode is going to be great. You can go ahead and share this episode with your friends, family, and loved ones. Thank you, and thank you. Well, I was running around this morning, actually, trying to find another router, right? I wanted to extend my internet service in the house. So I have one router in one room. I have an extender in another room. And I was thinking, well, should I buy another extender? What can I do? Can I run a long cable to the other side of the room and whatever else, right? And as I was thinking about doing all that, I was thinking about extending our connection to God, right? What are you plugging into to extend your connection to God? Or what are we plugging into to extend our connection, right? How are we getting more data, more minutes, more bandwidth from God? We pay for all of these services for more bandwidth. We buy bigger phones for more bandwidth. We buy SD cards for more bandwidth, all of those things to extend our bandwidth. But what are we doing to extend our bandwidth with God? And it's a question I was asking myself. I was like, I knew I had to do the show, right? And I'm thinking about, which show I wanted to put out. Was it Financial Freedom Friday or was it Thank God for Everything? And it all tied back to how are we extending our bandwidth to God? If we can go and search for all of these other things to get better reception, to get bigger and better data downloads and uploads and everything else. If you have a small, think about this, right? I'm in IT. The way I would describe bandwidth to someone is that if you took a straw and try to suck up the ocean, right? Can't do it because there's so much that's coming through. But if you took a large mason glass or a large pipe, you can get more in. Or if you had a bunch of straws lined up, you can get more in. So think about that as the bandwidth. God is unlimited bandwidth. And what are we doing to take it in, right? Are we closing off some of our avenues, some of our opportunities? We need to extend our bandwidth. I think that's going to be the title: How to Extend Our Bandwidth with God. So I say that so I can remember it later on. I probably won't, but how to extend our bandwidth with God. How are you extending your bandwidth? So real quick, before I even go any further, hey, listen, I want to hear from you. So definitely 762-333-2032. Also go to cousinedscorner.com, cross top of the page, leave voicemail. How are you extending your bandwidth with God? So I can give you some examples. Some people say, well, definitely I pray. Every morning I get up, I have my devotional time, I pray. That's one way you're extending your bandwidth with God, right? Also, hey, I listen to gospel music. I get it in the spirit. So I get that in my heart, in my soul, and I extend my bandwidth that way. I go to church. Hey, I'm in church every Sunday. I may go to Bible study on Wednesday. I'm extending my bandwidth with God, right? Also, I said devotional, I said church, I said gospel music. Oh, I take in the arts of God. I take in plays, things of that matter. Any of the fine arts that pertain to dance and spiritual, anything like that. I extend my bandwidth that way. Also, I'm in Bible study groups outside of church. I'm in spiritual warfare groups. I have prayer calls. Now I'm be selfish here, but I'm gonna say I listen to shows like this, right? I listen to good media. I watch good family time shows. It's a network out there you can get. GodTube. I watch GodTube. I watch shows like that keep me grounded and closer to Him, right? What am I doing, right? I looked at a post the other day, and they said the amount of time we have, the amount of screen time we have. Imagine we had that with the Bible, right? And when you go to and look up Google to find what you want, are we going to the Bible to try to find those same things, those same answers? Now, I know you can't find modern day things, but the life things. When I say modern day, you can't find how to change your oil in the Bible, but you can find on how to deal with relationships, how to deal with your kids, how to deal with your parents, right? How to deal with the government. There's so many different things in the Bible that you can go back to and see in biblical times, how did they deal with things? How are we extending ourselves to God? How are we extending ourselves back to our Creator? If you think about, like I said, the straws and whatever vessels that you go back to and get your media, your data, and everything else, your bandwidth from, think about it as a tree and its roots extending back to the source, grounding itself in the ground and absorbing all of that. The further the roots grow, the further they extend themselves, the stronger the actual tree is. How strong are your roots? How far are you extended? How far are we extended? I ask myself the same question. This is not a question for you. It's a question for me. These shows are for me. I just share them with you. This is all in love, not to judge anybody. So Definitely love each and every one of you. Remember that this is all about a community. I want us all to grow together and continue to be better. Continue to be better. That's all we can ask for. It's continue to be better. If we just pick up one extra extension, right? One extra day, one extra hour, one extra minute with God. First of all, it ain't gonna kill us, right? It ain't gonna kill us to do it, right? But it can only make us better. We should strive to be better. So, it's your boy Cousin Ed. I'm out of here. Have a great weekend. I love you. Peace. Thank you for listening to